Hello, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing a prediction video for the Africa Cup of Nations. The round of 16 matchups are confirmed, and it's going to be a very tough one to predict here today because as we saw, lots of upsets happened in the group stages. The main ones being Algeria and Ghana. Algeria, a side that was on a 30 or so unbeaten streak, lost twice in the group stage and finished fourth. Ghana also finishing fourth. I've been praising them so much since the year started, and yeah, things are not going their way so far. Hopefully they turn things around and qualify for the World Cup. But we've got many massive matchups to look at today. As always, let me know your predictions in the comments below. I might have to do a few twists here and there because as we saw, things didn't go to plan for many teams. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Already starting off big, Burkina Faso versus Gabon. Burkina Faso finishing in second in Group A, Gabon finishing second in Group C. Gabon honestly impressed me a lot. Obviously, they got Aubameyang, and he's the most talked about player in that squad. But he wasn't even playing in the group stage because he just got coronavirus. And they drew with one of the most highly regarded teams in this tournament, Morocco, 2-2. Burkina Faso, there's so much talent in this squad. I praised them a lot in my group stage prediction video. I actually thought they'd upset Cameroon and get first. And they didn't even hold on to second by that much. Cape Verde Islands was just under them with 4 points, while they had 4 points as well. They did lose once, but it was to Cameroon, the hosts, one of the favorites in this tournament, and especially that group. This is one of those matches that I genuinely think is a flip of a coin. I mean, based on they've both been playing, Burkina Faso did beat Gabon though 3-0 earlier this year, but that was just a friendly, and I don't think the lead is going to be that massive this time. Oh, this is what I'm not too comfortable with, but I might have to give it to Burkina Faso, although Gabon have been playing very, very well so far. Something tells me Burkina Faso spirits will be lifted in the round of 16s. Their quality players will shine in this match. Gabon have been absolutely amazing. I won't be surprised if I'm wrong, but I'm leaving it at that. Burkina Faso win this match 2-1. I don't even feel comfortable with that choice, but screw it, let's move on to Nigeria versus Tunisia. Tunisia actually almost crashed out of this tournament as well. Gambia with an outstanding display, getting second over them. The only win they were able to get in this tournament so far was against Mauritania, who had the worst record in the group stage with 3 losses. Nigeria have had a flawless tournament so far though. Obviously Nigeria are missing a few star players such as Osimhen from Napoli, who's been terrific, but I think they can grab a win against Tunisia. I don't think Tunisia can cause an upset here. Nigeria have just been too consistent, too solid. I think it's actually going to be a massive scoreline, possibly 3-0. I don't mind seeing an underdog upset here, but I have full faith that Nigeria can get a win this match. Now for Senegal versus Cape Verde Islands. As we've seen, Senegal have not been as good as we thought they would be. I mean, this side looked like one of the favorites on paper. You've got so many star players, Sadio Mane, Mendy the goalkeeper from Chelsea, Koulibaly, Diallo, Gueye. I could go on and on. They only scored 1 goal in the group stage. Despite getting first place, they scored 1 penalty. That's it. Now, obviously, they did have a coronavirus outbreak, so they were missing some players earlier on the group stage. They did regain a decent amount of them once they had to play Malawi, but that still finished in a draw. They could regain their form now that the knockouts are starting, but Cape Verde, despite finishing third, didn't even do too bad themselves. They drew on points with Burkina Faso, who finished second, and they drew with the host Cameroon 1-1. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if an upset happens here. I think this one's actually going to be really close, similar to how Senegal's games have been recently. First one 1-0, and then the other two 0-0. I think this one will definitely go to extra time, honestly. And like I said, I won't be surprised if Cape Verde end up doing it, but I see Senegal finally getting a goal, an actual goal other than a penalty. I just can't see them going goalless other than that. With the talent they have in the squad, I feel like possibly Sadio Mane can get a goal in extra time. Finishing 1-0, it's not going to be an easy task. Good luck to Cape Verde, definitely an underrated side. Maybe I could be wrong and Senegal score even more goals because they finally find their form with all the talent they now have stacked together, but I think it's just going to be 1-0. Now for Mali versus Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea, the team to ruin Algeria's 30 or so unbeaten streak, and obviously Mali topping their group in Group F. Not an easy one whatsoever to predict, as Equatorial Guinea actually finished off the group stage with 2 wins, and they put up a very good fight in the group stage to one of the strongest teams in the tournament right now, Ivory Coast. This one could really go either way. I feel like most people are probably banking on Mali, but you know what? I'm gonna go for a possible shocker here and say Equatorial Guinea grabbed the win. Gonna be a very narrow 1-0 result. Their group was actually pretty difficult, so the fact that they got second was very impressive, and I just feel like their confidence is booming right now. While Mali was somewhat expected to get first in their group, I'm locking that in. Now for Guinea versus Gambia, a very tricky matchup, both finishing second in their group. And as I stated, Gambia have been absolutely terrific. No losses actually for them. 2 wins and 1 draw, 7 points. Mali, who was above them in their group, finished with the same amount of points as well. Meanwhile, Guinea was only 1 point behind the group leader Senegal, but they only had 4, and they did lose a game themselves to Zimbabwe, the team that finished last in that group. Definitely a tricky one to predict, but right now, I have faith in Gambia. They've just been that solid lately. I think it's going to be a close, exciting match. High scoring, finishing 3-2. Who knows how far this side can go in this tournament. Good luck to them. Now for Cameroon versus Comoros. Now obviously Comoros had that very exciting match against Ghana, finishing 3-2, unforgettable. And although I would love to see a terrific underdog story, Cameroon have just been looking too solid. The hosts as well. I can't see them losing to an underdog. In the round of 16s, definitely can't see them getting knocked out this soon. I'm going to say Cameroon get a solid 3-1 win. Now, for Ivory Coast versus Egypt, this one's very interesting. Like I said, Ivory Coast have been looking amazing. Egypt, not terrible, but also I feel like most people are considering them the underdogs in this situation with how great Ivory Coast have been. Egypt's only loss was against Nigeria, and it only finished 1-0. Kind of a flip of a coin to predict, but at the same time, I feel confident that Ivory Coast can do it. Lots of players in form from that country as well. We all know about Haller on Ajax. Pepe playing like how he did before he joined Arsenal. Yeah, I'm seeing Ivory Coast get a solid 2-1 win against Egypt. The Liverpool fans will obviously be very happy, as their best player will possibly be coming back. Kind of obnoxious how that's the case. They should be cheering him on. But hey, it is what it is. And finally, the last match we're looking at. Morocco versus Malawi. Malawi have honestly been solid. Losing to Guinea at the beginning, but only by 1. Then beating Zimbabwe 2-1. And then drawing with Senegal 0-0, while Senegal had most of their team back from their coronavirus outbreak. But you know what? I think Morocco will be able to do it. I don't know if they'll win the entire thing, but I think they'll have a decent run in this tournament. Definitely won't be getting knocked out of the round of 16s. I'll say they beat Malawi 2-1. They'll make it interesting. Now, in terms of considering some of my predictions upsets, it totally depends on your perspective, honestly, as a lot of these teams are pretty solid. I really was close to putting Cape Verde over Senegal, but after second thought, I just think Senegal can hold it off against them, but barely. So for the future matchups coming up, I've got Burkina Faso playing against Nigeria, Senegal taking on Equatorial Guinea, Gambia versus Cameroon, Ivory Coast versus Morocco. Ooh, that will be a good one. Guys, like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your predictions for these matchups coming up? Can't wait to watch them all. Thank you all for making it to the end. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care. Boa noite.